Welcome to this 5-day speaking about emotions. And the intention of these talks, the intention is to create awareness about emotions and to bring them up so we can work with them. Okay, we're going to define emotions again, and we're going to work with them. We work with one at a time. And one thing that we are doing in this series of 5 days is creating a personal manifesto. And this is what I would like you to take with. The personal manifesto is basically having a journal, a man or paper, whatever you want to write. Write down every emotion that is coming up for you. We've been doing these 5 days. So the idea is that today, at the end of the day, you'll have 5 days of the emotions that you have experienced so far. And the questions that we were asking was like, how did my day start? And then you just see a situation, how your day started, and how do you feel? Energized, drained, worried, you couldn't sleep, you were worried, you were tired, you were in pain, you were excited, content, joyful because you were going to a new place. I don't know. Depends on you. That's why this is a personal manifesto. It's 100% personal. So you ask that question, and you also ask the question, how did my day end? Again, how do you feel in that last part of the day? Which emotions came up? And you just write them down. At this stage, we don't want to do any other thing than awareness. So this is what we've been working with the entire week. And what we did is we defined emotions, right? It's nice to start there. So emotions, coming from the Latin root emotere, means literally energy in motion. Energy in motion. And as such, it's neutral, which means there's no charge. It's zero charge. And we looked at it this way. I had it this way. So these are the emotions. These are the emotions. And if we are saying that the emotions are neutral, we also said that when we give meaning to a situation, we label it, and we create a feeling that is either expanded or contracted. Okay? And how do we give meaning to things? With our thoughts. So we use our thoughts to give meaning to situations, to create an emotion. This is amazing because it gives us a lot of power, right? If we can choose what to think, what meaning to give, we can manipulate and use the emotions for our own advantage. What do you think? So this is what we've been speaking about. And we used yesterday we used the example of being late. So let's say I'm running late. I arrive to the meeting, there are 25 people. I arrive late, and then my superior immediately looks at me and says, "You're late." It's a situation. I'm late, and someone tells me I'm late. It's neutral. But how do I feel? We said I could feel embarrassed. I could feel shame, guilt. Which shame and guilt are very low in the scales. You know, the emotions, they have a frequency. They're either expanded, very high, or contracted, low. So I could feel shocked because this person called me out in front of all these people. I could feel ashamed. I could feel guilty, already guilty while I was arriving. But I could also feel angry that this person called me out. Look at, there are already 4 or 5 different emotions from the same situation. And then you have all the other 25 people. What are they feeling? What are they thinking? And the meaning that they're giving to the situation. The situation is, I'm late, you're late. That's it. Yes, it's okay. And then I relax. You're welcome. Yeah, Nicola is saying that she remembered. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. If you're late, you're late. But the point is, we can choose. We can choose how to act on that situation, or actually in every situation. But it's also, you have other 25 people. What are they thinking? Maybe 3 of them feel sorry for you, feel sad that someone called you out, and they will be carrying sadness. If they don't balance it, they will carry sadness maybe a whole day, or more than that, who knows. Others might be angry that you are actually late and you are distracting the meeting. Others might actually ignore it. And that's the people that are balanced. Okay, so this is what the point of view that we are coming from. All right, so emotions as such are neutral. We give meaning to situations through our thoughts, and then we label the emotions, they become feelings. Power, because we can choose, and we can choose if we want to be expanded or contracted. And we also said that contracted emotions are also okay. And you'll see, especially today we are speaking about anger. You'll see contracted emotions can actually save our lives. On the third day, we spoke about fear. Fear is an emotion that is linked to survival. We want to have fear. If we are in danger, if our life is in danger, we want to feel that surge of emotion, of energy running through our bodies, telling us to stop, there's a cliff, or run, there's a lion, or fight, or freeze. If the threat is very close, normally we freeze. If the threat is kind of far, maybe we can run. So we want that. However, if that happens, during the situation, great. But if we keep it a day, a week, a month, a year, decades, we are still holding to this threat, to this emotion, to this energy that is stuck, that is contracted and is stuck. The first or the second day, I gave the example of the lion and the impala. In nature, the lion wants to eat, then we'll chase an impala. The impala runs away as fast as possible. This impala made it, was safe. Once he arrived to a safe place in the savannah with other impalas, so he knows that, okay, they're quiet, they're relaxed, I can be relaxed, the zebras are here, the giraffes are there. What do? They literally lay down and start shaking. People share with us TRE. Like this is a technique that we use to shake. We can do qigong and do the shaking, also the tapping. Tapping is also, we are moving this energy, allowing the energy to move. Animals do it naturally. They don't carry this fear forever. Actually, they don't carry it for a day. As soon as the threat is gone, they release it. And that's the idea. We can also do that. We just need to be more aware. We want to be aware that what's happening, aware if we're still holding it. So yeah, this is what it is. Let's see, this is amazing. How powerful is the capacity of choice? Exactly, that is our asset. I believe that choice is the most powerful tool that we have, the right of choice. And we have it. That's how we make our life, how we create our life. So that's on one side, what is emotions. And then we are speaking about the traditional Chinese medicine, because within traditional Chinese medicine, we have sadness, worry, fear, anxiety, and anger as the main basic emotions. So we are talking about, every day we talk about a different one. And through the theory of the 5 elements, these emotions are linked to the 5 elements, which are fire, water, metal, wood, that is today, and which one I'm forgetting? Fire, water, wood, earth. So we have 5 emotions, 5 basic elements in nature of this world. These are the 5 elements, and they're linked to 2 main organs. Let's go straight to the one that we are going to speak about today. Today we're going to speak about anger. Anger, when it's stuck and stays in our body, goes straight to the liver and gallbladder. That's anger. So it stays here on the right side of your body. And what does this mean? It's also the liver, it's also tendons and sinews, and the eyes. So anything, any condition, any ailment, I like to call it this is. We're speaking about ease of flow. Ease of flow, like river, like the water is flowing. We want ease of flow. But when there's no ease of flow, there's this ease. Okay? And I was showing my hand. So these will be the emotions, these are the thoughts, and these will be the results. The results in this case is the evidence. The lower back pain, the pain in the liver, pain in the stomach, pain in the eyes. And this is how we can connect a physical ailment, because in this material world, many times it's, for us, it becomes a little bit easier to see this instead of the emotions. If you already can go straight to the emotions, amazing. Amazing, because these can change the evidence. So this is the thoughts, just a reminder. These are the emotions, and these are the habits. The habits, this is also we can change. And we were saying thoughts plus emotions plus habits equals the result. These three things will determine your life, the result of your life. There's another one we'll speak now, but all right. And we are just seeing that we can very much manipulate these two by our thoughts. Thoughts, our meaning, and emotions. We create the emotion. We label the emotion, that energy, either expanded or contracted. Okay. So for anger, I think we are more or less quite familiar with what anger is, and anger actually have a constructive and a destructive part of it, and this is interesting. And I was thinking today, what about changing the meaning of anger? Like yesterday we spoke about manipulation. Manipulation, we normally associate manipulation with a negative meaning, but manipulation as creation, money, manos, hands, creation, create, build. Why not? It could be also positive. So anger can also, remember, we give the meanings, we give the meanings to words, to situations. So we can also give a constructive meaning to anger. Anger, from the Chinese point of view as well, is linked to spring. Actually, all these elements they have a lot of connotations. So they also are linked to the seasons and so on. It's linked to spring. Spring is, what is spring? Newborn, blossom. You need that energy. It's like, when an egg breaks, the little chicken comes out. If it breaks from within, it's creation. If the egg breaks from outside, it's not creation. So it's all this nature. So if we also consider this, we could potentially use this energy that we label anger in a positive way. Anger, we also said anger might save your life. If someone wanted to come and attack you and you use that energy of anger to save yourself, then it's good. Well, we're also labeling it's good or not. But we are created, we are designed for survival. Our body and our brains are designed, yes, anger as fuel. They're designed for us to survive. That's the only, if we are in a situation of danger, great, you love anger, yes. If you're in a situation where there's danger, most of your systems shut down, the blood flashes to your extremities so you can fight, you can run, you can freeze, fight or flight, right? That's exactly what happens. So we could also start thinking about anger from a positive point of view. Let's stay there. Like, for example, anger is that warrior energy, that competitive athlete energy, that successful entrepreneur energy, where they are like, they're forceful, exuberant, but at the same time clear and purposeful, right? That's the anger energy. So that helps successful entrepreneurs being successful and get to the places that they want to be or go. So there are characteristics that we can take from anger, like being assertive, planning, the direction. We also spoke about judgment, but more from the negative or contracted side. But judgment could also be working with the head and the heart together. Yesterday we were speaking about the heart because it was the fire element. And it's that coherence between the heart, the heart and the brain. If we work with them together, it would be amazing, because the head gives us like that rationality, that responsibility, that sense of, okay, we have to do this, blah, blah. The heart, we said yesterday, gives us all this information about joy, enjoyment, happiness. We're here to have fun, I guess. I hope so. I hope we all do it, have fun. And actually, yesterday, Antoine, I don't know if he's here today, said, I will start counting my smiles, because we were speaking about smiles. I will be counting my smiles instead of, I don't know, maybe the push-ups or something else. I don't remember what he said. So someone else said, challenge accepted. I also accepted the challenge. Look, I already started. It's my smile challenge. And yeah, every time I smile, hey, I don't have a pen. I need to add more. I'm smiling. I'm adding every time I smile. Today, this is today. I did that. It's amazing. I'm going to do it for the next 3 weeks. They say that a habit can be reprogrammed if you do it minimum 21 days. The last research that I read said that habits gets created by repetition. That's one way that you can do it. Anytime between 18 days and I think 250 plus days. So the average is 66 days. So I personally like, actually ideally, to do things for at least 3 months, because you're covered. You're covered. So anyone who is up for the challenge, get your own little notebook and start counting your smiles, because we said yesterday that children smile and laugh 400 times a day, and happy adults smile and laugh 25 times a day. I'm already over that. I'm an overachiever, guys. Tanya, challenge accepted. Awesome. Yeah, let's smile. Let's bring smiles. I have to add mini now. All right. So yeah, so we can actually change the meaning of anger, or take it from another perspective. It's energy. Anger is energy. Fear is energy. Joy is energy. Love is energy. How do they manifest? Yes, everyone is accepting the challenge. Awesome. And Kelani is already smiling. Amazing. Thank you. All right. So, and now to take it to the body parts, because still some of us, it's easier to see it in our physical ailments or disease or challenges, right? So anger and liver situations would be any liver-related condition, gallbladder. Also, feet, orthopedic issues, TMJ. We do this at night. Okay? When we get angry, the normal picture is that I don't know, I can't even do it. I'd rather smile. we move more muscles when we smile than when we're angry. But the TMJ, it's a muscle that compensates for a lot of muscles. So we want this to be relaxed. And if we are angry and we do this, it gets too tight, contracted, the energy is not flowing. Tight muscles, right? So we have the orthopedic, we have the TMJ. What do we have? Oh, migraines. Yesterday was the fire element. The heart gives you headaches. This one gives you migraines. And ADD as well. These are the things that are considered linked to anger. And what does this mean? Let me just see what Nicola said. My brother has severe gout, bedbound for weeks. Is this anger? Well, you know, Nicola, the answer is in your brother. So you must ask your brother, what is he feeling? Because it's his interpretation of a situation. I will tell you 2 things today that might give you ideas of what to do. So it could be, I can say yes, and I can say no. We don't know. Actually, the only one who really knows is your brother. But you can speak to him, tell him the things that you learn here, have conversations. Maybe you give him ideas of what it could be, guide him. Remember, you are here every day. So tell him the questions that he can ask himself to change it. Where is it coming from? And actually, okay, let me tell you now that we are on this topic. This is a case study. Situation. This is very interesting. Susan has an eczema, developed an eczema on the right cheek. Okay? Situation. He understands energy. He doesn't know what the emotion is. That's fine, but we can find out. He needs to find out. We can find out by asking questions. Remember? How do we define the emotion? With our mind, with our thoughts. We give meaning, and here is emotion. This is the answer. We just need to ask the right question. Ask your brother to contact me. I'm happy to speak to your brother. But first, you explain all these things. Make him write, do the journal. Once he has the journal and some emotions came up, try to help him. Otherwise, he can call me. I'll gladly speak to your brother. Okay, let's go back to the example. Susan has an eczema on the right cheek. Susan is South American, and in South America, it's very normal to kiss all the time. You actually meet someone, hello, Susan Manuel, hi, a kiss, just like that, one kiss. So situation, Susan is an administrative person who works with Paul, and Paul comes in every day and gives a kiss. Hi, Susan, and keeps on going. Hi, Susan, every day. We normally kiss when we arrive and when we leave, right? It's normal, we do it. They do it a week, 10 weeks, months, a year. Then one day, Paul stops saying hello with a kiss to Susan. And before I continue, Susan tried everything she could think of to heal this eczema, until she got to speak to someone. And this person was asking, okay, when did that eczema started? That was the question. That's the question that I will ask to your brother as well. When did that eczema start? So she had to sit and, no, I don't know, some time ago. Okay, which day, in which moment did that start? Because if you find, this is gold, this is gold. If you find the moment where a situation started, that's when we are giving meaning to something. You are amazing, because you will know how to deal with it. You need to find that moment. So she was asked, when did this start? And she has to go and think. And she said, oh, okay, yeah, well, yeah, this happened, and at that time where, I don't know, Paul stopped giving me a kiss, and I don't even know why. Maybe he was married and the wife didn't like it, or maybe he got married at that time, or maybe other people were jealous in the office because he only gave a kiss to Susan. We don't know, but that's not the point. We don't know, but it could be anything. But the point is that Susan also doesn't know why this happened. And I'm going to tell you now two things. So we found the moment, the exact situation. We are used to something. And when this moment comes in this situation, if there's something that we are expecting to happen that doesn't happen, there's a shock. Or if nothing is happening and a shock happened that we didn't expect it, it's also a shock. So there are two situations. That either we expect something to happen and doesn't happen, or we are not expecting and an accident happened. Do you see? Those two things is either or. It's always either or. And this is when our body responds with something. In this case, look, funny enough, it was on the right cheek. This is how we say hello. Once Susan realized that moment and was aware of that moment, the eczema disappeared. This is actually a case. There are many cases like, and we think this is a miracle, but the body is so intelligent. Yes, asking what happened in the life of the person when the issue first appeared. Exactly, that's exactly what we're doing. Yes, yeah, it's amazing. If we are able to do this, that's gold. That's the take-home message from today. And actually, it's not only for anger, it's for anything, for all the emotions. Remember, emotions are emotions. Emotions are energy that was labeled through our thoughts. Why? Because Susan was expecting it and it didn't happen. An accident, we normally don't expect an accident. It's a shock, it's a trauma. Do we stay with that trauma? And emotions are like, if we think about the body, maybe you can see it easily. Body goes into compensation. We were speaking about the little toe the other day. So if the little toe breaks or splinters or something gets inflamed, we're going to start walking more with this side of the foot. Then this side of the foot gets sore because we are using more this side. And then the other leg starts getting sore because now we are not putting a lot of pressure here, but we're putting pressure on this leg. And then your shoulder gets sore because now we have to prepare ourselves. Our body will take us where we need to go. This is called compensation. It's the muscles compensate for each other. So we can keep on going and moving. If we don't stop and release the muscle and release the compensation and balance it, it's going to keep on, we're going to end up all crackled, you know? Emotions are the same. Emotions over emotion, over emotion, over emotion, over emotion, over emotion. They pile up. So we want, now we have the knowledge, we have, we can decide what to do through our thoughts. How cool is that? Yeah, this is gold. No, my pleasure. But like find that point in time where it happened. And you find it by breathing in, breathing out, calming down, have a session with someone, have a talk. If you know someone or you have something that you know you had it since you were 2 years old and you don't remember, speak with your caretaker, with your parents. What happened when I was 2 years old? Yeah, you always had this psoriasis or this eczema since you were 2. Okay, all right. Psoriasis, skin is related to lungs. Lungs is related to sadness. This we saw it on the first day. Okay, start asking questions. All right, what happened at that time? No, nothing. Yeah, but we moved. We had to immigrate. Oh, there we go, immigration. Maybe the parents felt the loss of the people, of the community, of the society where they were staying. Remember, we said sadness, grief, loss of something, either a plant, we said PPPP, plant, pet, person, or project. Could be anything. So that's how you start linking things. And if we all live in the same environment, we are our environment. So if our parents are feeling sad, we will probably take it, especially the first 7 years. And this is this one. We said yesterday, this is the programming. It's like a call directly from your subconscious mind to the results. So this one, you can still, this is more the conscious. The habits is very conscious. I mean, ideally, we become conscious of our habits. The emotions, now we know that we make them. I mean, we create them, right? Through our thoughts. So this is our conscious, and we can balance these immediately. We are still gonna experience expansion and contraction. Actually, our heart does that all the time, and we want it to do it because we need the blood to pump. We cannot have it there, expansion, or contraction. We need both. Our lungs also, they breathe in and breathe out. So this is more the conscious part, the awareness part that we can change. We change any of these things, we change the results. It's not going to be the same. That's why we're doing our journal. Then this one, first to 7 years, can also give things that are unconscious. We are aware of that. So things that you can do, Dana is saying, Marisa Pio used to say, the body cries when the eyes shed no tears. Exactly. If actually all the evidence, the lower back pain, someone was speaking about osteoporosis or the bone-related things, they start coming up when these things are not dealt with, when we have compensation, overcompensation. So we can start getting all the layers, it's like an onion, all the layers out. And actually you can do this quickly. No, we can do this quickly. There are many ways. One, Marisa Pio, yes, she does RTT, yes, rapid transformational therapy, which is hypnosis. So hypnosis goes straight to the subconscious mind. We have Psyche, I do Psyche as well. It's an amazing technique. Through muscle testing, you can connect directly to your subconscious mind and change a belief immediately. It's all about neuroplasticity. Our brain can change. And if we give a new command, then what we wire, we fire, right? What we do. That's why also habits, but habits, some things you need to do for a longer time, like at least 60 days. And it is possible. Everything is possible. So yeah, the feeling that cannot find its expression in tears may cause other organs to weep. Beautiful. Yes, thank you. That's the same thing. So And that weeping, crying is a release. We can do it. We're talking about anger. How many athletes use anger to release? Or when you're playing sports, boxers, I imagine, I'm not a boxer, but I imagine, you're releasing. I'll give you now time to speak, Hannah, just one moment. Thanks. One thing, another situation that I wanted to share, one last example. For example, we're speaking about the warrior, right? Let's look at this situation where anger plays a role. We have a child. This child has a mother, father, caretaker, who is actually verbally and emotionally abused, maybe physically. All right, and this child one day decides this is enough. So this child presents itself towards the caretaker in a forceful, determined, assertive way, answering like this. If you see this situation from outside, for example, at this moment in time, remember we are speaking about situations and about moments. In this moment, the potential originally abuser becomes potentially the victim, because this person, the caretaker, now might think or feel or interpret this new forceful, calming, assertiveness expression as an attack. And this person, the child, feels it's defensive, it's defending him or herself. Can you see how different it is? So this person in the meantime feels that it's defending him or herself, and this person feels attacked. And this is anger. It's the different expressions of anger. So all we want to remember is that we give meaning, we label emotions via the meaning that we give to situations using our thoughts. Thank you.